Told you it was freezing out here, isn't it?
Cool.
What are you getting out of the car?
Well, I gotta get the feed out, but I'll do that a little later.
Okay, and what do you got in your hand?
I have eggshells when you
When I did my eggs.
you boiled your eggs. We dried them out after we peeled the eggs.
We dried the eggshells out.
Yep, and I crunched them all up so that they're unrecognizable,
And
so that the chickens will eat the eggshells for the calcium to make their next set of eggs even
More crunchy.
tougher, so you don't get soft-shelled eggs. And I'll give these to the chickens, and they'll enjoy it. But you got to make them crushed up enough where they don't recognize it's an egg. Otherwise, they'll start breaking their own eggs.
Hey Clay,
We don't want that.
what'd you have for supper last night?
What did I have for supper?
I made.
Sandwiches, egg salad,
And what'd you have a bowl of?
carrots.
Guess what kind of cake I'm making?
Carrot cake?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Really. We are celebrating the carrot. Wow. It's not homemade, honey. It's a mix. You can relax.
Girls want some eggshells?
I'm teasing them.
That's all there is to it.
Will they eat them just like that?
Oh yeah. The bigger chunks they'll bust up, and that'll give them the calcium they need.
Somehow a piece of one of their snack bags is in there. Just, you can pick it up later.
Yeah.
The chicken snacks.
Yeah, take the water thawed out. 10:30, 35 past 2 days. That feels like it's frozen.
Pray for Clay. He has an earache.
I'll leave it open like that so I can thaw a little bit.
Oh, look at these guys. They're chowing down, aren't they?
We love them shells. Calcium's good for the hens.
And I did a video earlier. I have to show the project that I was trying to figure out, only I was too sloppy making it.
Mm-hmm.
So Clay's like, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, she was sewing on the wrong side.
So I'll have to show you when Clay finishes that.
Well, it's an experimental one. You're supposed to use thicker yarn.
Well, he does things like that for me all the time because he's a nice
Well, she
man.
couldn't figure it out.
And he's like, I'll show you.
Here's one egg. Gotta get some warmer weather and things.
Wait, this pocket.
No, it's alright, I can set it down here.
I have to wash this anyway.
But she wanted me to figure it out, and I figured it out. And I tried to show her, and she didn't get the grasp of it, I guess.
But I can't get him to crochet or knit because then I thought he could help me figure out any tricky patterns.
I don't crochet or knit.
No.
Okay, no eggs down there. How are you guys doing?
Those are babies.
Let's see what the temperature is in it. Oh, you guys got.
What is it in there?
It says 60. I get the flash so I can see the work here. Feed and water, everybody. You guys need water. Oh, you got that water back there too. I forget about that second water. Right? I'll just move that one forward so you don't drink out of that one. And I'll take this one out and refill it. Move the one that's full up.
You know the auction is like in 2 weeks, Clay.
Yeah, I know.
They had an auction in our area too, but we don't like that auction. That's too,
I
well,
believe it's the day,
it's always
the
the
week
first,
after Easter.
it's always the first Sunday in
First
April.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, I'm sorry.
There you go, girl.
The one of the ones that we like to go to.
All right, any babies inside the feeder? You guys like to get in there. Nope. But I do need to fill up your feed. This one. You get hung by that thing. Hanging down. Remove it. There. some more food, babies.
Here it comes.
There's one scoop. They go through a lot of feed now. 2 big scoops a day, which is okay, but they need to grow. All right, you're full.
Now, what's in that feed?
That's just medicated chickpeas.
Oh, show them the bag. Is it a new bag?
No, this is
The older bag, okay.
but medicated, non-medicated look alike, and you have to make sure that when you get it, you read the little paper tag on it. Make sure that it's the right feed, because you can't give medicated feed to the quail. These barns definitely need spring cleaning.
Oh, yeah. And thank God for children, because I want to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Did you hear that, my children?
What are you guys doing in there? Everybody okay?
In fact, I should have videoed when Karen and the boys came over the other day, but I didn't
That's
want
right.
to. I didn't know they were in a hurry. But Clay's daughter and his grandchildren, which are my grandchildren too, came over and spent a little time with us. Clay has naturally 2 daughters, and I have naturally 1 son, and together we're all a family.
See how tiny that little black one is?
Oh yeah.
Some of these guys are getting enormous for the size they're going to be. They're feathering out nice, and that's a good thing, because that'll help keep their heat in.
For the newbies, tell them what kind of chickens.
These are Old English game bantams.
And why did we get bantams compared to big chickens?
These are more of a, they use them for show, and we like to watch the little bantams scratch around the yard and that, so.
And we can have more chickens.
And you have more chickens and feed less.
And they still have eggs and everything. But for 2 people, how many eggs do we want?
We only need 3 eggs a day, and that gives us plenty. Should always have enough hens for every person in the household plus 1 hen. So if there's 2 people in the household, you should at least have 3 hens to 4 hens. In case 1 or 2 of them stop laying for a day or 2, or one goes through a molt, the other ones are still laying to support the household. And that way you're not overfeeding 15, 20 chickens when you only have 3 people in the household.
And then you can have rabbits and have rabbit meat or goats or whatever else is your preference. We like chickens.
These are going to be too small to eat even when they're full grown, but they're nice to watch dig around the yard, because game banties are better foragers than the big chickens. These guys will run around and look for bugs and worms and snakes and things like that, where the big chickens are more after the feed.
And you told me that they have almost every breed, only they're like mini form in the bantam stuff.
Bantams are the mini bird of the
So if you just want a bunch
different breed world.
if you want a bunch of chickens, different colors and
Well,
stuff.
if you like Buff Orpington, there's Buff Orpington Bantams. If you like Rhode Island Red, there's Rhode Island Red Bantams. These just happen to be the Bantams of the, well, if any of you ever heard of the fighting cocks, where they do the Mexican chicken fights and things, these are the mini ones of those. But these don't tend to be so vicious in their attacks of each other like the big ones are.
And the crow is a little different than a
Yeah.
big chicken too.
It's not as loud or sharp as a big chicken. Sometimes you can get away with having these and having a rooster in the city. And they give you eggs. The egg's about half the size of a normal chicken egg. So it'll take 2 to make a meal, but
Well, like me,
that's fine.
I'll use the quail and all the odd birds' eggs for like baking and stuff. I mean, you can eat them, but just
These are about twice the size of a quail egg.
which quail eggs are extremely good.
But they're a lot of fun to have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd put that feeder up another notch, only them little tiny short ones wouldn't be able to reach it, so I'll have to leave it down like that.
And yesterday we ended up boiling carrots till like 8:30 at night and cutting up egg stuff
Peeling eggs.
because in the middle of everything we realized that we wanted to get some tools. So Clay had a little bit of a tool haul to get some new tools because there's lots of projects he's going to be working on. And we also
Most of them were air tools and battery operated.
yeah, so you'll see Clay doing a lot of building this year. And so we did that.
We
And-
bought extra batteries so that you don't have to stop in the middle of a project. I always hate that.
And then also you got me a new canning water bath canner.
Mm-hmm.
So
Make it easier for you to do your jellies and things.
absolutely. And Clay helps me to learn how to can.
Guess I could put that up higher. The stuff that they knock down, the little ones couldn't still get.
And also too, I watch a lot of YouTubes on.
So they don't go through so
Oh,
much
yeah.
feed.
I watch a lot of YouTubes about people canning. I'll tell you, there's some great canning ladies out there. I think what really inspired me to really get on the canning trail lately is after I saw Needy Homesteader. She's one of our followers and subscribed to her. She was canning grape jelly and it just looks so good. It's like, I gotta learn how to can jelly.
Get
Because
some smaller chain out to get some of that.
do I eat a lot of jelly, honey?
I
No,
don't.
no,
you
but
might.
me.
You might.
I like peanut butter and
I'll be
jelly.
right back. I gotta get some chain here.
Oh, okay. He's getting some chain. So, I do like that there's a lot of homesteading girls out there because I've been doing this since I met Clay, but it wasn't like I was raised on a farm. So, I mean, I've been doing it for 4 years. I'm sure some of you girls have been doing it less or more, but it helps when we all help each other. That is for sure. Because we all know different things. And some things, they're just the basics. And then there's a lot of people out there that they may never can, they may never farm, but they just love watching and seeing what it all involves. And that's good too.
See, it doesn't make a difference. Just have to bring it up a little bit, the height.
Oh, okay.
It's hard for me to hear because I got an earplug in because of my earache I had last night.
So if you're a canner, please feel free to leave a link to your channel or where you're canning so I can watch those videos. Right? Of course, Clay teaches me a lot because Clay knows a lot about it. He taught me how to can. He's canned about
Well,
everything.
My mother showed me a lot about it.
Yeah, your mom did all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
She taught Clay's been doing this
She
stuff.
used to get up like 4 o'clock in the morning just to bake, or 3 o'clock in the morning just to bake bread for the day.
Oh yeah, Clay knows a lot of the old time things, don't you, honey?
Yeah, that's right.
Which is he's taught me an enormous amount. I've been very fortunate
That's a little higher. That'll help.
because I married the farmer, huh?
Not much of a farmer, but
You know a lot of stuff. You do. My family's always calling Clay. Can we eat this? Can we do this? Can I eat that expired? It's 2 days after the date. Can I still eat it? Don't you get a lot of those calls?
yeah, the government puts that date on there so that you'll buy more. Just because the can says expired today, as long as that can's not bloated or ripped or torn, it's still good.
Plus, Clay's worked at the local
They
factories.
have the FDA has a set time that you have to put a expiration date or best by date on a package. And that's only so that they can sell more. And you throw out it's still good. You could give it to the homeless or if you're worried about it, give it to the homeless.
Let them eat the old food. No,
well, no,
teasing.
that's not the point. The point is the food is still good inside the can or the box as long as it doesn't taste stale or
Maybe better wait.
the can is not bloated.
Give
if
it
the
to
can is bloated, definitely throw it out.
Give it to somebody willing that doesn't bother.
Some people it don't
Doesn't bother
me.
Hey, honey, how long?
My mother-in-law gives us all kinds of canned goods that the expiration date is this week, next week, or whatever, and that food is still good.
Clay, if I canned something, if it was 10 years old, would you eat it?
Not 10 years old, maybe 2 or 3 years old would be fine.
Okay. But I know.
As long as the contents of like if you were canning peaches, and if the content of the jar, you want to eat it up within a year or two, but as long as the contents aren't looking rotten and the lid is still sealed good, it's still good.
I think that they say now a year.
We've still got pickled cauliflower we did 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We just opened a jar this morning. It's still just as good.
I guess my thing would be, I say my disclaimer is they say a year, so I'd say a year, but we personally might eat it until it's
we eat it until it's gone. If it's sealed good, it's good.
Yeah, just do it like a year. That's what we would recommend, just because, you have to have your own comfort level. But that's our personal thing. What we do for us personally, we just eat it.
I'm not recommending everybody do what I do.
No, we aren't. We aren't.
But
at all.
I'm not going to eat it if it looks spoiled.
Or smells nasty or moldy.
But if you open the jar and it still smells like peaches and it's still good and it doesn't have an off taste, it's still good.
Have you ever ate anything in your life, Clay, from a can that you're like, uh-oh? Have you ever?
I worked in a canning business running and tearing apart and servicing capper, which puts the lid on the cans. I did that for 22 years before I came to this new job and drove tow motor. And I can tell you, if the chime on the can, which the chime is where it's bent over and around and flattened out, you'll know what I'm talking about at the top of the can, where the lid goes on. If that is ripped up, bent, torn, or anything like that, I wouldn't be using it.
But if it got socked in the side, as long as the chime wasn't broken.
If the side of the can is dented and not punctured, it's still good.
Yeah. So that's what we do. I trust Clay because he's.
That's why when you go to the store and you see for fast sales and the can of green beans has got a dent in the side of the can, but it's not affecting the lid or the bottom, by all means, it's still good.
Years ago, being raised the way I would never eat expired food. Now it's like, give me that old expired food.
Well,
I'm too cheap to pay the groceries.
That's not the way to look at it.
Well, I'm saying if someone's going to throw it away, they got a big thing of Hershey's syrup, and they were like, oh, I'm going to toss it. It's like, toss it my way, right? But that's just my dad was the same way as I am, the comfort level, you have to be what you're comfortable with. Oh, look at, he's up there showing off.
Yeah.
There's food up there.
Yeah, it's the whole top of the thing. You need to put a lid on it so they stop flying up there, but that's fine.
He gets to
He'll
eat
fly
there.
down when he's ready.
He's in the penthouse.
These guys are over here getting ready to enjoy some of the sun.
Oh, yeah. They're getting... Here, want to take the camera over that way, doll?
And now they're going to fly off because we brought them up. But the more they explore, the more they're spreading out more and more each. They've got a little chicken fight going on over here. That's pecking order. They're figuring out who's top of the pecking order. There's more coming over.
They're dancing. Are those two roosters?
Yeah.
Would they be competing already for
No, what they're doing is
Pecking order?
the pecking order is, yeah, they compete right from day-old chicks.
Oh, really?
The pecking order, yeah. The more dominant, the other ones will leave it alone. That's why some of these are bigger, because they get to the food net before the other ones. But the other ones get to it eventually. You can see they're all pretty much gorging themselves. But that's good. I'd rather see them have a full crop, which is the little packet or pocket in their underneath their chin on their breast. If that's good and full, then you know they're eating well.
And if you're still watching the video at
And if they're sleeping, that means they've eaten, they're tired and want to sleep.
And if you're still watching the video at this point, you should write the secret word of the day.
There's the secret word of the day.
Yes, there is. Because the secret word of the day
You need
is...
to quit videoing through that little wire and...
Actually, it goes right through there. The secret word of the day is chicken. Write it down.
Oh, stop.
Oh, it's just fun game. We don't have to play it all the time. Hey, and by the way, just so you know, I love it when you guys watch all the way to the end. But, you know, I know that sometimes, I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes, you know, you watch, you see what you want to see, and then you move on to the next one. That's fine. But if you are watching at this point, right, chicken. Let them write chicken.
Yeah, what are they going to write?
Just chicken.
Oh,
for,
stop.
For fun.
All right, I'm going to go
Look
get
at
some,
him. He's
I'm gonna
yelling
get some
at
water.
me. Oh, listen
I'm
to
going to
me.
get some, my ear hurts, and I want to get this done.
Oh, he is just playing. He is just...
I want to rinse this out and give him some fresh water.
Like I always say, sometimes I wake up grumpy and sometimes I let him sleep.
You'll get grumpy, girl.
Yeah.
Looks like the water stopped.
The secret word is chicken. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful out here.
I have to let the sun get to the hose a little bit. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing out here, huh?
Clay, if you're not feeling well too, you're going to have to go to the doctor's.
I'm going to the doctor's Friday, my dear.
I know, but that's... Oh. They'll open the door so they can see the quail.
Just a second, I'll make sure he's got food water too.
Chicken on the...
You need a soup. You need water. Gotta get that water thawed out.
He's a hipster.
I've got to clean out the...
Clay's being a hipster.
I've got to clean out the... I forgot what I was going to say now.
You gotta clean out the...
I don't know, remember. I had to clean out something.
The barn, the car.
No, I got to clean the feed out of the barn, or the car.
Hey, we did get a laser wash to get on the car, and it took off most of that sap on Clay's car.
That sap was terrible.
Oh, I got sap on the car from parking
What's
somewhere.
everybody doing in here?
The quail.
The waters. Got to give you some fresh water. You have to get a couple of jugs of water, I think.
Me? Moi? Me?
I've got to get the dog water, the chicks water,
The princess?
the quail's water, and Miss Princess
I'm a
wants
princess.
to play the chicken thing. You go get the water. Because I've got to get the feed out of the car.
Okay, I'll go get the water.
Get out of this
Just
cold
call me
before my
water.
ear starts aching
Just
again.
call me water boy.
Water boy.
At least I'm not the Dutch boy.
You were the Dutch boy.
I know I was a Dutch boy for a little bit, wasn't I?
Yep.
If you look at some of my videos,
I got to get the cart out of the garage so I can take that feed back there. I got whole... Where's my keys? Oh, on the side.
So we're walking back to the car. He's got to get the feed now. And I got to be the water Dutch boy.
You're the Dutch boy. Do your job, Dutch boy.
Do my job. I'm a
about
princess. I'm a
I need
princess.
about 3 gallons of water.
Okay. Okay, guys.
I want to get out of this cold too.
Yes, he's not feeling well. Okay, I'm going to go inside and get him water. Like, subscribe. Please share this video with a friend. And we'll see you guys in our next video. God bless.